You might be wondering what a place like me is doing in a girl like this. Behind me I have a mysterious box which contains what I'm hoping will be my next craft project. So in here is a broken mirror that my sister gave to me years ago, but since it was a broken mirror, I didn't want to bring it into my house and like risk that superstitious bad luck coming into the home. So here it has sat, originally in its cardboard box that it arrived in, for too many years now. And then I think last summer or this summer I took it out of the box, but I haven't opened it yet. What I'm hoping to do with this is turn it into this thing I saw on Pinterest where I take all the broken pieces out of the frame and then fill the frame of the mirror itself with fake plants and moss and then hang that up somewhere in my house. I haven't actually looked at the mirror or the mirror frame since I got it from her. So this is going to be a bit of a surprise unboxing video for the both of us, and we'll see what I find and if I can actually use it for what I want to use it for. Alright, now that I've got the back off, I can go ahead and pry up all these other broken pieces. Alright, so here I have the empty frame, which is very beautiful, hence why I hung on to it even though the mirror part was broken, and all my assorted mosses and fake plants, so let's get into it. Day 2, because unfortunately I ran out of glue sticks halfway through last night, and despite scouring my entire house and craft room, I could not find any more, even though I swear I have a whole bag of them somewhere. So, made a quick trip to the dollar store this morning, and thankfully also found some other like plant things to hopefully finish up this mirror. So well, let me show you what I have over here real quick. So before we get started, let me also show you what all I picked up at Dollar Tree. We'll see if I can even finish this because these were the only glue sticks they had. Hopefully they fit in my glue gun. But they are extra long, so I won't have to replace them as often. Then I could not resist these in the Halloween decor section, these cute little fake books that are actually boxes. I need some things to put things in for my little witchy apothecary desk area. So I also got this cute one. Thankfully, they also have lots of fake greenery. So I picked up some more ferns, some little hanging plants, some ivy leaves, and just a couple other things to try. So let's keep going. Update. The glue sticks did not, in fact, fit in my hot glue gun. So I'm here at Michael's. Let's go in, try to avoid looking at all the Halloween decor, get what we need, and get out of here. Oh my gosh, it's finally done. Behold my works. I have to say, I'm really happy with how this project turned out. Now all that's left to do is find somewhere to hang it up in my house. Here's my other little witchcrafting project that I wanted to throw in and share with you guys, just spur of the moment, and that is my moss terrarium. I've made one of these before in this same dish because I like to ground and cleanse my crystals in them. I think it's a great little indoor alternative if you can't get them out into the sunlight or put them outside to cleanse them. It's a nice little tie-in or shrine, if you want to call it that, to earth elements, if you're someone that wants to do that kind of thing. I know that's something that I see alluded to a lot in the more Wiccan-focused witchcraft books, is to have like altars throughout your house or just little spaces in your house dedicated to each of the 4 elements. So this is a way that you could incorporate earth. I just like to do this because, number one, I like moss. I'm just really into all kinds of moss, all types of moss. There's so many different kinds out there. And this was just a particularly cool patch that I happened to find while we were doing some yard work and trying to fix some fence posts in the yard. And right where we were working was just this really cool moss. I know I probably sound lame and crazy right now, getting so excited about moss, but I really do love it, you guys. I'm not even joking. It's one of my favorite things to look for on Nature Hike and just to see all the different types. So I've got like some carpet moss in here and then like some really bushy type of moss, and I love the feel of them all. I know I'm like going to die by falling into a fae trap in the woods. If I don't die tripping over a cat, then that will be how I go out, is being lured in by something in the woods that I have to go touch. And it's like something that I shouldn't have touched. But when it comes to moss, I can never restrain myself. I always want to touch it and pet it. So when we were gonna get ready to do the yard work, I was like, no, wait. Let me harvest this moss and rescue it first before we trample all over it. And I remembered that I had this dish hiding somewhere in the basement, so I went and fished it out of storage. And then now I have this little bookshelf here in the witchy room that I can show you guys. I got this little chair and a little shelf for all of my witchy books that I ran out of room for on my main bookshelf. So what I like to do is just take whatever crystals that I either have lying around or that need to be cleansed or just refreshed and recharged, and I will just nestle them in the moss terrarium. And here I actually have like some broken pieces of fluorite that were going to be a pair of earrings until the cats knocked the box off of the shelf and sadly broke them. But I figure now they can live here and kind of have a nice little home. So we'll just nestle those guys around. This tall guy here. Put that one next to him. And then I have the other half here. And then just some other random pieces of rough quartz and things that I've collected or been given. So, yeah. So that's what I like to do, is just leave things in there. The fluorite will probably live here since they're broken and I don't really have another use for them. But other things I'll just recharge and cleanse here and then take back out. And then, you know, I have this little spray bottle here. I'll try to just spritz the moss occasionally to keep it damp, but if it dries out, so be it. You can just either replace it with fresh moss or let it just be a little dried out terrarium display. I actually have another one over on my main little witchy apothecary shelf. So here's another one that I've had for a while. I don't know if you usually see it in the backgrounds of my videos, but it's here. And this is just something I actually found at like the dollar store, believe it or not. This little plastic cloche. But this is moss that I've found at various gatherings throughout the years. Some quartz crystals that I just wanted to display. And a robin egg shell. It's my favorite color, robin's egg blue, and I used to just love finding them as a kid playing outside. It's just like, I feel a very rare and beautiful gift from nature to find something not only so brilliantly colored in the natural world, but also so delicate and fragile and fleeting as a robin's egg. You know, they only hatch during the spring and certain times, and it's just not something that you're likely to come across very often. And when I first got back onto this whole pagan path and pagan journey a couple springs ago now, one thing that I just really wanted to come across again for some reason, and I was like, give me a sign, nature, gods, whoever. Let me just go out on some nature walks and find a robin's egg like I used to when I was a kid. And it took, you know, a while. It took a couple walks, but then I was literally just walking around the block in my neighborhood one day, and it was literally just lying in the sidewalk in my path. So sometimes it really just as simple as ask and ye shall receive. But I hope you guys enjoyed this little witchcrafting video. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and if you're gonna try any of these projects yourself. Happy spring and stay classy, pagan.